Thank you, Toastmaster Rajesh. The joke master, a very important role to play. Maybe at the end of this presentation, I need a joke master. The purpose of the joke master is to deliver a clean joke. It could be a one-liner, it could be a two-liner, it could be a incident, but make sure it's a very clean one. A simple one-liner, like I was reading something 2 days back, and it said like, what does a tall chimney, an elder chimney, think of the younger chimney? The elder chimney says, you are too young to smoke. It's just a one-liner. Or what does the calendar eat? Dates. Of course, that's not much. I mean, it's not like what going above the head, like what DTM Jacob said. But a simple joke is sufficient enough to lift the mood of the audience. Entertain the audience. Make sure that the timing, the punch, everything is right. A little bit of practice. Again, it should be memorized properly. And this is basically to cultivate a sense of humor. Humor always helps. Humor always sells. Select material that suits your delivery style. Very important. Avoid ethnic jokes and the 3 taboos. Always better if you personalize it. And when you make a joke, it's always good to have a good eye contact, because then you are living that joke. This one I love. I mean, one of the best Toastmasters that I've met who makes a very good humorous speech is Toastmaster Ravindranatha from Periyar Toastmasters. He has such a wonderful poker face when he says those things that just the face makes everyone laugh. And the better poker face one is, the better the joke goes off. Be it a humorous speech, be it a joke. As poker face as one can be, keep it short. The shorter the better. And deliver with absolute clarity. The timing and the punch helps in making the joke that effective. Don't keep repeating the jokes. The vote counter's role, again a very important role. We all vote in every meeting. Ensure that the ballots are counted correctly, and the vote counter role is to come and announce the winners at the end of the meeting. Again, there the names are important. Again, then the clarity is important. And the vote counter's role, when he announces the winners, it's always good to be in a very, very positive frame of mind and with enthusiasm, ensure that the names are announced. The winner is so and so. The winner. It always helps. You pump in energy. Be honest. See, a vote counter has got a role to play. He can cast a ballot in case of a tie. And it can happen at a club meeting where there are only 10 people or 12 people and 2 speakers speaking. It's possible you can have a tie. So it should be an impartial vote. Collect votes with minimum disruption. Normally in a club meeting we have got only 1 vote counter. There may be 20, but we can always seek assistance beforehand. It is only difficult when you last minute run around. If the voting slips are all available, then there's no issue in voting. And collection is also similar from one side to the other side. Ensure that there is minimum disruption. This is an important role for a vote counter. The signed certificates, because he's going to come in and announce here and going to hand over the certificates to the Toastmaster of the day. It has to be signed beforehand, because it is every speaker who wins, he would like to have a signed certificate, not a blank certificate. Normally what happens, the vote counter is supposed to also get the presiding officer's signature before the meeting starts, so that it's ready. Only the vote counter has to fill it up and name it. If it is done beforehand, then there's not going to be any issue. Otherwise, you'll have to keep running behind him, or the speaker will come to you and say there's no signature here. It offends. In meetings, it's possible that the ballots are left behind, and it's possible that someone looks at it and it's not good. So it's better always to keep those ballots which are used, throw it away. Another thing which does not happen in many meetings is the VP education can get the evaluation slips. In the sense, like any meeting goes on and the speech evaluations can also be taken, can be handed over to the VP Education, so that he also knows where the speaker has moved forward, all those points. So the vote counter can also do that. Announce the winners clearly and with joy. That's very important. TT Master Speaker. Prepare table topic questions and introduce to the members and the guests. There are many new members and guests who don't know what table topics is. So there, what is table topics is to be told. The table topic speakers have to be identified beforehand. One of the major issues that happens is when the table topics is being read, we all see in contests that the table topics is to be spoken twice. Not spoken, I mean it has to be read out twice. So it is very clear both for the speaker as well as the audience. The name, the table topics, what it is, again the table topics and back to the name. It helps in clarity. TT Master, again this is a trap where I fell into when I thought, like, when first time when I was given the role of a table topics master after 3 years in Arabian Toastmasters, I made a total hash of it. I knew I wrote a 6-liner, 7-liner topic. I mean, the speaker could not forget could not remember what the first line was. It's always better to have a 1-liner or 2-liner maximum with a open-ended question. He could take either yes or no and speak about that topic. Be flexible, be motivating and encouraging. When one speaker finishes, he can always say, well done, you tried your best, or it was a wonderful way of attempting it. Again, at the end of the table, I mean, when the table topics, once he gives a topic, kindly don't evaluate the speaker, because there is another session for evaluation. The speaker is the most tense person in the hall for table topics. Invariably, as in the last district conference when we went, we had a humorous speaker who was telling about how a table topics speaker feels before he gets onto the stage. Invariably, the table topics speaker does not hear what table topics master is telling. So the speaker has to keep it all open, relax. This is just our club where everyone is a friend of yours, everyone wants to uplift you. Be as much open as possible. Deliver. Think about each table topics as an event, as a speech, wherein you will have a body, an opening, a body, and a conclusion. Be enthusiastic. Once you get onto the stage, let the energy seep in and give out your best. Concentrate on the delivery part. Wrap up within the prescribed time. Now comes the evaluation part. The general evaluator's roles: he listens and observes, explains the purpose of evaluations, introduces individual speech evaluator. Again, there the introduction part comes in, wherein each evaluator is introduced. At the end of the evaluation, he requests the timer's report, requests the grammarian's report, requests the R counter's report, and delivers the general comments and observations. The speech evaluator, how does he do the evaluation? The speech evaluator is a motivator, he is a counselor, he is a facilitator. Very important is where the evaluator has to follow the objectives of the speech. It is not whether the speaker has done a fabulous job in speaking with such clear verbatim, with clear voice modulation, clear body language. It may not actually suit to the objective of the speech. Then the evaluation have to give the honest feedback. I remember last time when our senior Toastmaster UN Roy came here, and his topic was clear about off-the-cuff speech, and that was a 5 to 7 minute speech with like a table topic. But it so happened, with his vast experience, he came and gave a table topics and finished off in 4 minutes. And it was my duty as an evaluator to tell him that he did not meet the objectives. Of course, it's not my role, it was not my duty to offend him. He didn't take it in an offensive way, but it's important for an evaluator not to just say everything which is not correct. An evaluator's role is to ensure that the speaker is going to improve. But he should do it in such a way that the person is not offended. How does he do that? By caring, by smiling. These are all small tips which helps an evaluation to be done in a proper way. a good listener he should be. And also it should be a personal communication between the evaluator and the speaker. Deliver it like a hamburger. It's a recommendation normally is not taken straight when you tell him. But when you lift a person up, when you tell him that these are the good things, and then you can tell him what could be improved, then he is able to take it up. Because he has already listened to the good things, his ears are open, and he is ready to take in more. And then therein comes the recommendation part. And then it may be possible that you have not given the proper message, but emphasize that yes, this is where you could improve, and then tell him what are, again you can tell him what are the good things that you did. So in this way you have a total package which you can, the evaluator can do that. Be tolerant, honest and appreciative. One thing is about coming and doing the evaluation here, another one is giving the written evaluation. CC1, any speech has got a written evaluation to be done. Do that diligently, so that, because finally what happens is, when today when I was looking for the CC manuals, I could see back all those written evaluations and I could understand how the progress has happened. The spoken evaluations don't remain. It may remain for 1 week, 2 weeks, 15 days, but the written evaluations can always be referred to. So it's the duty of the evaluator to provide the written evaluation diligently. That remains. What should not be done? Do not parrot the speaker, in the sense, do not say what the speaker said repeatedly. Do not evaluate the speech content. Avoid canned evaluations. Don't have the evaluations written beforehand. It happens. You know beforehand the speaker so well that you know what he is going to do. But right, and he may have done it differently. And if you give that, it may not. I mean, the audience knows what is going on. Avoid pseudo spontaneous comments off the cuff. Do not make it our issue. Just don't go on recommending so that the person doesn't come again the next meeting. The members are supposed to be continuing, and the members are supposed to learn and supposed to be in an atmosphere, in a surroundings where everyone lives. That's where we are here for. We are not here for. We are already having so many critics around, everywhere. This always helps. If normally, I don't know. I can take the help whether this is being followed. This was one of the recommendations that I got from somewhere. That's why I put it in. Do we need to do this? Read the speech? No.
No.
Okay, so I have to remove it. Again, apologies. Do not spend 3 minutes on shortcomings. All the 3 minutes only on the negatives. Do not mince words in your evaluation. Again, it all depends on, as I told you, how to give a very uplifting evaluation. Do not act like a judge. The TT evaluator too has a, yes.
One quick question.
Yeah.
What do you say about the use of superlatives like great, fantastic, superb?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Off the cuff pseudo synonyms, those kind of things. If it fits to that, I personally feel. If it was really a superlative one, we could always say it was a superlative speech. But just for the heck of saying it, I don't think so. I can have the seniors, DTM Suresh.
The superlatives can be used for the particular section of the speech. For example, if the opening was outstanding, there's nothing wrong to say it was superb opening. But that does not really reflect the entire speech.
Okay, that's all the specifics.
Yeah.
I would also recommend that when you're using words like superb opening, to qualify that statement as to why it's superb.
Good. So all of us are going to take up the evaluator's role one time or the other. So it's very important to understand. What I effectively would say be an effective evaluation is one who really, especially in Arabian, I have seen this. We have seen a lot of people repeating the projects here. That is because here we tend to focus on quality, and we also tend to ensure that the objectives are fulfilled. So this is a good learning place. Just going again. Yeah, the table topics evaluator, he has a very, what I see generally is that he has a lot of shortage of time. Invariably, there are 5 or 6, 4 table topics speakers, and he gets only half a minute for every speaker. So he has to be careful in his evaluation, because in a club, there is again voting done, and any evaluator needs to be voted on. And many a time it has been noticed that he overshoots the time. That's because he's not focusing on these kind of things. Focus only on the simple issues of speech delivery, prioritize major commendation and recommendation. One recommendation, one commendation would be sufficient for each speaker. Be time bound, be concise. What is the role of the members? Be cheerful. See, here, see everyone clapping, right? So whenever we have, when we hear a good speech, when we hear a good evaluation, when we hear something which is really positive, jump up and clap. Every member, the club's, the ambience, atmosphere, everything depends on the members. So what is your role as a member? Today was a shining example. 7 o'clock was the meeting time, and I thought we all started trooping in after 7. But though, within 5 minutes, got filled up. That's the beautiful part. We were not very late. But let's be punctual, let's be cheerful, let's be sincere, let's be cooperative. Arabian is, as a club, we have no issues in this. All of us are sincere. The punctuality part, we have to improve a lot. We do bring new members. Let us give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Oman Thomas, who last time introduced 28 new members in the club. We need to observe the club culture, the club, we need to be proactive, we need to be ambassadors of our club. As DTM Jacob has been the ambassador of Arabian in the fraternity, all of us are ambassadors of our club. When we say about a club, when we feel about the club, we feel it. I am proud to be an Arabian. And when you speak about Arabian to others, it should just come out. That's what it is. Our club is one of the best in the fraternity. Maintain the dignity, maintain decorum, maintain mutual respect. As something which reminds me, let us all wear ties. That's what our headmaster, Toastmaster Oman, has been telling. That's important in a club meeting. The simple things. Today we had our VP membership run home and come back with a tie. Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. So these are all the roles. Once again, I'm repeating, so that let us all be punctual from next time onwards. Learn the meeting roles. Why? Because they're all different parts of different, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. You got different roles, and what do? When they all fit in, it is fun, it works, and it really fits together. It just fits in. These were all the roles during a club meeting. VP membership also plays a role during club meetings when there is induction. VP PR2 has role to say something to the club when needed. So everyone has a role to play. Now, we all know, we all join as new members, and there is a path to be achieved. There's a goal to be achieved in Toastmasters, the highest, that is DTM. I just want to spend a couple of minutes here to tell how to get to DTM in a simple way. I know it's been a long journey. DTM is not a simple 2-minute guideline. But we should all know how to get there. There are 2 ways. How to achieve that is, once you become a new member, you take up the communication path. That is, first is to complete your CC, the Competent Communicator series, 10 speeches, and then you move to ACB, the Advanced Communicator Bronze. Another 10 speeches from the advanced speech, and you come to ACB. Then you come to ACS. Again, you finish 10 more speeches. There's a list of what all manuals you could choose from. Among them, you could finish off those speeches. Then you move to ACG, Advanced Communicator Gold. But this is the communication track. This is the end of the speeches part. But you cannot become a DTM just by doing the communication part. You have to also follow the leadership track. So you have to become a CL, a competent leader. When you join, you have two manuals, right? A CC manual and a CL manual. Each role that you play in the club needs to be fulfilled and needs to be noted and needs to be taken approval for. The VP Education always signs in that if you take a grammarian's role, just note it down the day you took it and get it approved from the VP Education. All these plays a part in getting the CL. As we move on, you get to the Advanced Leader Bronze. Again, it is about getting the speech projects completed and also certain leadership roles. I'm not going into detail, I'm just making it here for your awareness. Let us all discuss with the support from the already DTM, already who have achieved DTM, the leaders, and we'll come to know how to get it there. Finally, you become, you also get to ALS, and combining both the Advanced Communicator Gold and the Advanced Leadership Silver, you complete the wheel and get to the DTM. This is how we get to these roles, get to this DTM. It's not, I won't say it is not easy, nor would I say not difficult. It's a matter, what I could hear from the DTMs is there's perseverance involved, there is, and all the DTMs have taken up all these roles that were previously mentioned. They also joined as members. They also took up Sergeant-at-Arms role. They also took up grammarian's role. They also took up accountant's role. They also took up TMOD's role. They also took up the presiding officer's role. All of them were members to join with, but they moved on to become DTMs. But what I would like to state here is each role that is to be played to perfection. And for that, you need preparation. And for that, it is not just a matter of coming to the club for the meetings alone, just to be here. We need to learn. Each one of us have aspirations. We all have come here for becoming better leaders, better speakers. And we have a fantastic set of leaders in our area. Our pedigree is very strong. It is only up to us to ensure that we take it up and make sure that these roles are all fulfilled to the best of our potential and we ultimately achieve what we want to achieve. I would like to especially thank you, DTM Suresh Kumar, for being my mentor and my friend anytime. DTM Vasudha Gopal, who gave me the inputs for this particular presentation, and also our President Toastmaster Abhilash for giving me this opportunity. It has been a unique learning experience for me. I know there is a lot of things still which can be debated, which can be told, but this in length was the presentation of the roles and responsibilities. Over.